What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Man, another beautiful day. I would say surprising, but nothing is never surprising in the market. Never. You just always gotta be prepared for whatever. Always have to be prepared for whatever, man. Always take your trade when it presents itself. Always protect yourself at all costs. So this morning in my video, I only had two levels coming in. I didn't have a mid level because of yesterday was just so tight. So I just had a resistance zone and a support zone. And I said I either wanted to see the resistance zone break and try to go push for 578 or see sellers coming into the market and get short for the push down the support. And that's exactly what I called because of the reason why I took that trade this morning. It's because if you go watch my prior day video, my video from this morning, I said that I wanted to see sellers present themselves, and as you can see in pre-market, you get exactly that. So now in my mind, I'm already thinking I want to go short on the retest. Soon as I see, I don't want to jump the gun because if you look at this green candle on the 5 minute, that was some strength pushing back up to resistance. So I want to be patient and wait two sellers present themselves before I hop into my position. As soon as I get this close, this doji candle right under my resistance zone, I punched in and got a nice trade this morning down to support. And now you have to keep it in mind that level that it bounced off of because it could have double bottomed here easily and then pushed like it did yesterday. This was the trade that set up yesterday. The double bottom set up right up under the resistance zone and then continued to break and push up a little higher. But it didn't do that today. Found some sellers. Sellers came in aggressive and strong. And another thing is though about the news is so tricky. If you watch those headlines every day, it will play a crazy game on you because the news is just an outlet to move the market so the market can have some volatility, a reason to have buyers and sellers present. That's the only way a market can function. So you seen the whole push up on those green days when people were buying, they were talking about, Trump being lighter on tariffs and that was causing the market to go higher. Now today they talking about Trump another 25% on automobiles. That's what caused the market to crash. So man, you just got to be aware of those things. That's why I always say, man, you just have to trade the chart. You can't really trade anything else if you're a day trader. Now, if you are an investor and you are someone that is putting money into the market long term, then yes, you have to pay attention to those type of headlines and stuff like that because of wherever your money's sitting. And investing is and trading is two different things though. But as a trader, you want that type of volatility. That's the only way we can make money. But the double top set up perfect right out of resistance. The high was 576.32 and our zone was 576.39. So we was almost 6 cents off. Nice trade down. And then you can see it try to find some support down here at resistance. It took a little while to set up, but buyers were strong enough, man, and the market just melted all day. And then you could have came down when it broke. You could have came and took this retest off support, now turn resistance. That's the continuation trade, and use this swing as your stop. If it breaks in, if you take this trade and it comes back, then you're wrong, then you can exit the trade. It's a cheap trade. And then you can see I just marked these levels tonight just to show you where the market tried to push to. Then you see it tried to push to Monday's low, tried to find buyers there, couldn't. Sellers were just too strong today. No buyers came to present themselves. Now the question is, now here's a crazy. This is how technical work, right? Like this is how the market works. You know, we had that big gap up on Friday into Monday morning, that huge move. And look, you see those huge moves always get retraced. You don't know when. I know a lot of traders, like I was prepared to have that move retraced on Monday morning. Like, and I'm sure a lot of traders were too, because that big extended move, that big gap up in the market is going to get refilled. It's going to try to refill this gap. Now the question is, when it refilled this gap from that gap up on Friday's close. Now, Is it going to push the market higher? Now, will the market come here, find support here, and then buyers step back in, and you know the uptrend continues? Like you see, you got the. Oh, give me 1 second. You got the impulse move, contraction, continuation, contraction. Couldn't find any more buyers. Pull back. Now it's searching for buyers again. Now is it going to find buyers here when it fill the gap and then continue higher? Possibility. There's a possibility. That is a possibility. It could be a lot of buyers down here present. Or was that a trap? Pull back. Find some sellers back up into this consolidation zone, and now the sellers step back in to push the market lower for another leg lower. Possibility. No one knows. All I know is that all you can do is take your trade off the level whenever it presents itself as a day trader. But that's just a thought. That could happen. It could just be coming back, filling this gap, and then continue its happy way up to new levels and find sellers up higher. That's a possibility, man. Especially if you look on the daily, you can see what's happening. So you got the break, impulse move, consolidation, another impulse breakout, retest. Now if we fill this gap back down here from Friday's high, touch this, and then, you know, make its next leg up. Possibility, man, possibility. But, you know, I don't know. That selling pressure was pretty strong today, so you just have to be patient and see, because it can come back up. I'm sorry. I know you're going to see a lot of lines, but just look at this one. It come back up. It's on the daily chart, though. It can come back up. This on the overall trend bar. Come back up, push down, find sell buyers again, come back up and try to test this level again before it make its leg back down, though. That's how the market can go. You know, but as a day trader, we just looking to trade off levels. So my levels for tomorrow, I'm going to just clear this chart completely. Put my levels on the chart and exactly what I'm watching and looking for, because it was such a huge day today. I always mark prior day high. I don't care. That these are my main levels. Prior day high and prior day low are my main key levels. I'm always going to mark these two levels first. These are the levels I like to trade off of and make my decision. But now, how I find my mid level is a level that was tried to use as support and turn to resistance. And as you can see, we just had a straight continuation day. So there's really no level that you can say, oh, that looked like a nice mid level. But then you just go to a higher time frame and get a clearer picture of where you can find a consolidation area. So I'll probably say right about 571, because you see the market try to consolidate. You got it up here too, but this will be the first one that it retests first before it push and tests this level. That's just how the market moves. And we'll put this fair value gap from this candle to this candle. So this will be our mid level for tomorrow morning. If it comes into play, we don't know. Our support zone will be, we can't mark this. It's usually the last bullish candle before trend change, but this zone will be so big. That's a dollar from here to here. That's $1.36. So that zone will be huge to try to get into a play and try to get the best price possible. So we move down to the next candle, which is a 2-minute candle, and then we find the last bullish candle before trend change, which is 570, 577. So that'll give us like almost about a 50-cent range, though. So that's perfect. So we'll use that as our resistance zone. Will the market get back up that high? We don't know. Possibility. It could. And this is our support zone. Now you can see it already cracked support. during after hours, so possibility. So now we would use the last bearish candle on the trend before trend change, and you see this will be. We'll go back to the 5 minute and see if we can get this 5 minutes on. So it'll be this candle right here before bounce happen. We're not really taking after hours in consideration, so that's like almost a 50 cent, about a 50 cent range too. So that's perfect. So now you can see how it broke down and post hours, right, and came back and retested exactly where it's at. You see how that worked. So now would this be support zone? We don't know. In the morning, would the market just continue to melt down? There's a possibility, but those are the three levels that I will have in play going into tomorrow session. Would I have to make adjustments in pre-market? Most likely, but I will mark just in case these levels break down. This is possibly the next level that it's going to go and try to find this imbalance right here back at Fridays. So we'll just mark here Friday's low, Friday's high, just in case if this level busts down, break down, and it doesn't hold back at, like, what I'm saying is, if the market don't come back in and hold this as support in pre-market, then we know this support is invalid and it's going to go try to find support somewhere else. Support turns to resistance. I mean, we got the break, but as you can tell, it's trying to retake it and hold it as support going into tomorrow's session. So if we have to make adjustments in the morning, then we will. But going into pre-market, this is how I like to set up my charts at night. So that's about it, man. We'll see what the market want to do. That was a great day today, though. That was it's good to see some volatility come back in the market, because as you can see in my last video, I was like, hey, man, that volatility looking like it want to dry up just from these 2 days. But, man, sellers came in with vengeance today, pushed the market low, almost 1.25%, right back down to that gap, right back up to that gap up where it gapped up on Friday. That's good to see, though. But you see how the market moves. The market, if a big extended move happened like that and never hasn't been retested, it's gonna come back and retest it, and that's exactly what the market is doing. It's coming back to retest this range to see if it can find buyers now here to try to make its next move higher. So just because we had a bearish day today, don't get caught thinking that the market is about to go lower because of all the news and what's going on. I'm telling you, you can get trapped. You can get trapped trying to go off news, make your decisions based off news. So that's why it's like, hey, just where is it at on the chart? Where is it at on the chart? So tomorrow, if you wake up in the morning and the story is still the same, then, you know, take your trade. If you wake up in the morning and then the market's gapped down and it's holding under this prior day low, then just wait for it to come back up and get the retest. Like, if we wake up in the morning and market's gapped down under here, just say if the market's gapped down to about right here, right? And if you want to go short, I wouldn't go short chasing that unless we break some more levels, and then you can get off on these supports and go lower. I will, if the market open lower, I will wait for a retest of prior day or close, wait for it to come, set up a bearish signal, and then get short. That'll be the move to look for. That's if it open up lower, because if we open up lower under prior day, if we open up lower under prior day low, then you know the market more than likely probably wants to go lower, though. That's how I take it. Like on this day, market opened up higher, so it tried to push up and tried to make that move higher. Couldn't do it because the sellers was pretty strong at 576, but it tried to. This morning, market opened up under prior day high, couldn't find no buyers, and then, you know, sellers came in with vengeance. But yeah, so these are my levels going into tomorrow. We got 567.17, 567.70, 571.41, 571.93 as my mid level, 570, 579, 576.30 as my resistance zone, top resistance. But, you know, we got all these different swing points in the market. So, you know, the market got a nice little ways to try to push up higher. But you just never know, man. The market do what it wants to do if buyers come in strong. So is this a bear trap or is this a continuation for the market to, try to go make new lows on the year? We'll see. See you guys in the morning for the adjustments. And yeah, that's how we doing it.